Hello, this is Eric Hansen with Communications Conversations. Today I'm here with Sara Benson with the Minnesota Zoo. Sara, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Sara is the social media coordinator here at the zoo, and the zoo, Minnesota Zoo, that is, in case you do not follow them online, does some very interesting things socially. Sara, you took the position here back in September. Talk a little bit about your role with the zoo since then.
When I started here at the Minnesota Zoo, I started out on Facebook. We already had a Twitter page established, so what I did is I went and began further sending out messages, building up relationships, and our main goal here is to not only inform our public, but to engage with our public. If people have questions, I want to be able to be there to help answer any concerns. If there's new events coming up, new promotions, we want to be the first ones out there to let them know.
So, obviously at the zoo, I have a small family, and every time we come here, all we do is take pictures of our kids. And photos are such an important part of what you do here. Talk a little bit about what you've done with photos, both your photos and your community's photos online.
Originally, we started out with just having the community and the zoo post photos on Facebook. Within the past week, I established a new Flickr group, so people, when they come to the zoo, they can actually join in a community here. Share their photos with other animal lovers. They show kids, they show friends, they show the animals, which is great. And then also, it's also fun for us to use them to highlight them in our other networks like Twitter or Facebook, YouTube as well.
So I've noticed, especially on Facebook, that you guys just get a ton of positive feedback. But I'm guessing you get negative feedback from time to time. How have you handled that, and can you give me a scenario where that's happened and what you did?
We have received negative feedback just a few times, which is just when misinformation and miscommunications occur. What we try to do is get out there right away. If there's a concern about anything, we want to be the first ones to address it. If there's any wrong information out there, we want to be the first ones to address it. And if there's other concerns, we want to be able to address it internally as well, so we can take care of whatever's wrong.
You mentioned before in our little walk around the Tropics Trail here that you have a few volunteers that blog, not necessarily on behalf of the zoo, but they talk about their zoo experiences. Talk a little bit about how that transpired and what the feedback has been and how that's gone so far.
When I started here, actually we had a volunteer who was already blogging. Her blog site was actually called the Unofficial Zoo Blog of the Minnesota Zoo. She would actually highlight new stories about new animals, new exhibits, just everyday life of a volunteer. And then recently, another volunteer has decided she wanted to start blogging about her personal experiences here, going behind the scenes, the little information she learns, just being a part of the zoo family here.
So what's next for the zoo? You guys are so active, Facebook, Twitter, Flickr, you have your own blog. It's integrated across your website. What's next?
Well, we do have a YouTube site as well. What we're going to continue doing is we have a new exhibit coming this summer. We're going to try to go ahead and start launching some information off of those outlets to inform the public about our new animals for the faces of the African forest. We're going to have new monkeys. We want to be sure that everyone knows that they're here. Photos, we're going to continue pushing it forward, and hopefully eventually we're going to start doing a photo contest down the line.
Great. Thank you, Sara, for your time today. I really appreciate it, and good luck down the road.
Thanks.